Hey guys, welcome to video 9.5. Today we're going to be multiplying and dividing with square roots. So you already know how to type them in the calculator, how to simplify them, how to add them, how to subtract them, and today we're going to finish with multiplying and dividing. All right, so when multiplying two square roots together, you either multiply the radicands right away and make one big giant square root to simplify, or you start making your factor tree off of them individually and then combine it later. Okay, so I'll show you guys, I'll show you both ways. Okay, so one way to do this is to start by actually doing 12 times 18 in the calculator. What is 12 times 18? That's square root of 216. And then just start making your tree and do what we've been doing with the trees. Okay? Another way, if you don't want to do it that way, another way is to just start making the trees already off these smaller ones. So like 12 could be 6 times 2. 6 could be 3 times 2. And then for the 18 could be 9 times 2, and 9 could be 3 times 3. Okay, prime, 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 prime. So you do the individual trees, and then you pull out any pairs. But the pair can come from anywhere, from either part. So I see a pair of 3s, and I see a pair of 2s. That's it. So 2 times 3 is 6 comes out. And what's left inside, single 3 times single 2 is 6. You're going to get the same answer that if you would have done it this way. Because you know why? 216 is really just 12 times 18, and then you're kind of back to where you started. Okay, let's try number 2. Do you guys want to multiply first or just start making the trees? Probably just, I think it's easier to just start making the trees maybe. So square root of 3 doesn't have any. It's already prime. Okay, so 3 is already set. But 48, we have some work. So 48 is 6 times 8. 6 is 2 times 3. 8 is 4 times 2. And 4 is 2 times 2. Now, guys, this is the only thing you have to be really careful about. Don't forget that root 3 is part of this tree. Okay, so when we're circling our doubles, I see a pair of 2s, I see another pair of 2s, but look, we also have a pair of 3s. That counts. So what do we take out? 3 times 2 times 2 is 12. And I don't think there's anything left, right? The 8's gone, the 4's gone, the 6 is gone. Yeah, this one's actually just 12. Now, another way you guys could have got that, if you would have multiplied first, 3 times 48 is square root of 144, and that we know is 12. So that might have been a shortcut on this one. Okay, number 2. You could either multiply first and say that this is really square root of 72 and make your tree, or we could build off of what we already have. So the square root of 2 is 2. 36 is 6 times 6. 6 is 3 times 2. And 6 is 3 times 2. Okay, so on this one, we have a double 3, and we have a pair of 2s. So 3 times 2 means 6 comes out, but don't forget, this guy counts, he's the single leftover. So this one's really just 6 root 2. Okay, so that's how you guys multiply. Dividing is kind of similar. When you're dividing with roots, so when taking the square root of a quotient, so quotient means dividing, you can either take the square root of the numerator and denominator separately, or divide them first and then simplify that quotient. And again, I'll show you both ways. So on this one, here's what I would do. I would see if 72 divides by 36. If it divides nice and it's not a fraction, I would suggest dividing first. So root 72 divided by root 36 ends up just being root 2. And that's already simplified. Okay, now 27. Root 27 over 3. Same thing. Does 27 divide by 3 without being a decimal? Yes. Okay, so it's 9. So this is actually root 9. But root 9 can be simplified to 3. So this one, the final answer is just 3, because the square root of 9 is 3. All right, let's do number 3. Again, try doing 9 divided by 4. It's a decimal. Okay, so we don't want to divide first. But if you look at this one, maybe we just take the square root individually. So like, what's the square root of 9? That's 3. And what's the square root of 4? That's 2. So this one ends up just being 3 over 2. Okay, so the easiest way to do these, divide first. If you don't get a decimal, then that's your answer. If you do get a decimal, just square root them individually, and the answer will just be that. All right, nice job, guys. Practice is on the next 2 pages on multiplying and dividing.